kind of stuff on board. So moving on now, we look at how important is collaboration between retailers, An Garda Síochána, and community stakeholders in tackling crime. And we've spoken about how important that is. And I've been lucky enough to bridge the gap between the guards and businesses that have had a difficulty in opening up that conversation, because it's a case of, okay, you the guards fix our problems. Well, what are you doing? So when we come to the table and we have a conversation around what we can do, how we can improve, what investment we're making, whether that's through people or through finance, then you have a far stronger opportunity to get some bite back or some feedback from the guards. So in your perspective, you've clearly had some experience in this and the benefits of it. And maybe just elaborate a bit more on what you've done there.
Yeah, I suppose look at the guards. It's their job. Their job is to prevent crime and protect us from it. But they will make recommendations, and they've done it with us. And if you don't implement the recommendations, and if you don't take on board what we're saying, well then you're not really showing that you're really serious and fixing the problem. But if you implement everything and work with them, collaborate with them, because they're like ourselves, they're there to do the job, and they get job satisfaction out of low crime rates and all that. So they're targeted the way we're targeted. KPIs is crime rates and all that in an area. They don't want areas being overrun or whatever. And genuinely, the guards are brilliant at what they do. Yes, they're stretched, and if you work with them and help them, they'll work with you what possibly can. And look, we have it from antisocial behaviour to drive-offs, thefts, whatever. And I'm across the country, so I see different parts of the country are brilliant, different parts are not so good. And sometimes it can be where you're in the wrong, your store's in the wrong geographic location where you're fixed. There's a small Garda station attached to that, and they haven't got the manpower to help you. But literally 5 kilometres that way, there's a Garda station with 20 guards, and they could help, but they can't because it's not your jurisdiction. Yeah. So you've all those things to weigh up and factor in. So like we have had an issue with drive-offs across the country, and we've had good places and bad places. We're about to start a trial on one of the sites where we go total prepay. Okay. Because we're trying to see, because the guards themselves said, we can't help you, because where we are is a substation, and they just, we can't help you. We physically don't have the manpower to go and chase down these drive-offs for you, so it's somewhere different. But my main thing would be that if the guards are working with you, work with them and collaborate with them, because they're not the enemy. They want to make things right as well. And if you work with them, they work with you, and it will foster a good relationship. Sure. And with your community groups as well, because I know for a fact that 9 times out of 10 the offenders are known to their team members. Your colleagues can tell you who they are, what they are, where they live, what they do, and that makes the thing easier than to help collaborate with the guards. You notice the person, you notice who they live, help, and they will work with you.